what's the right word for it? I lowered my microphone.
Volume.
Yeah.
1 second. I'll bring that down. This has all gone weird. So why has it now done this? This is really bizarre. Anyway, guys, sorry about the. I'm actually streaming it now, Chris, just in case you didn't know. But yeah. Anyway, hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about the noise.
Hello.
This is Chris. Here's he's one of the mod authors for Motorsport Manager, Fire mod, along with Falco and I can't remember the other guys' names, but there's other people.
Aurelien, Mathieu, Michael. Yeah, I think that's it.
So there we go. So there's quite a few people involved in what is a very, very heavy mod. And when I say heavy, I mean it's quite an intensive mod. Today we're going to be looking at, is it the DMT series we said we were looking at?
DTM series, yes.
DTM.
German touring car masters, whatever, and the GT master thingy.
There we go. Yesterday we looked at the F1. We had a little bit of a run around with Red Bull. So today we figured we'd have a look at the GT side of things. We'll just set up a basic kind of guy here. We'll just do what we did yesterday, shall we? Same thing. Doesn't really matter who we pick. Part design time. Actually, I'm going to take that now. It seems like after yesterday, it seems like it might be a bit more important.
Yeah, some things got more important. Some stayed the way they were.
Right, so that'll do. This fellow here. So if we choose a team and hello. I always forget I can't click on it and then it just carries on. Anyway, we're into DTM, so if we click continue, oh, shiny new videos.
Yeah, just finished the first one.
So which team was it we said we were going to pick?
We're going for the pink one.
The pink one.
It's the eights, I think. Eight.
Mucke?
Yeah, the German word for mosquito.
Really? Ah, see, I did not know that. I did not know that. I don't know if you guys here yesterday in the stream, but when it comes to German, my knowledge is very limited, and my pronunciations are very, very poor. So we're going with Mucke Motorsport.
Yes.
Nice and pink. My favourite colour. So how have you been anyway, Chris, mate? Did you get much sleep last night? We streamed quite late, didn't we?
Yeah, I slept fairly well. Just pumped myself up with water for the stream and ready to go.
See, I pumped myself up with cocaine and speed, but you know we've got our own different.
We're
ways
different. We are way different. Yeah. I'm taking the cocaine and speed after the stream.
I see.
You take it to the start.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, so what we did yesterday, we had a quick look at like the databases and side of things. We'll do that. We'll do it again for the guys who are here now, but we won't do it as in depth as we did yesterday. If guys watching this now want to have a look at the database properly, they can always sort of look, you know, at the previous stream. So where should we start, Chris?
Yeah, let's start with the car because I have to explain something to the audience. Let's go for the car design, and yeah. While making this mod, in the process, we changed the way the liveries are projected on the car, and we have a little issue. The light and dark sponsor system, that thing that recognizes if the car color is light or is dark, is a bit broken, but we have a workaround for this. You just have to choose the same color as like, for example, black for light color and black for the dark color, and it will be awesome again. And we go to the workshop liveries and choose a number 31 or 32, something like this, because these base liveries won't work with the mod, only workshop mods, and the numbers 1 to 30 are reserved for the open wheelers. And yeah, let's just look what you like here.
You know what? I just found number 37 here, and that's pretty much exactly the same as the one that was on previously. So I think we go with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The 80, 38, 39, 40 are reserved for the GT cars. So we are going with one from 31 to 37.
How close we get in?
Exactly.
Oh, that's weird. All right, that's the other mod we're using, the zoom mod. That was a bit weird. That. So.
Ah, you went to the car, okay.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Hello, Dreamer. Welcome back to the stream, mate. So we've gone with that. We're going to save that. We're going to say yes, we have finished the car livery.
Yes.
So we're already challenging ourselves even more by being £500,000 off from the off.
Yeah. Well, you got the money to change the livery. That's it.
Exactly. So where should we look next, Chris? What should we look at?
If you like, we can go for the scouting and look at some drivers. Now, this time we won't see all the drivers. We just will see the drivers that are allowed to see at scouting level 0. So you have a bit limited view on scouting drivers, but this is just to have a different setups than yesterday, because yesterday we had like all 476 drivers, and now we are a bit more limited.
Yeah. I mean, even then, there is a hell of a lot of drivers here to look at. Ferdinand Habsburg, actually related to the Habsburgs. He is Austrian.
Yes, he
is. Interesting.
He says he doesn't even know how he is called. He has, every time he has to tell somebody, he has to go to Wikipedia.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it's crazy to see that the Habsburgs are still around, really. But I mean, they were a huge dynasty. Anyway, we're not talking about history here. We're talking about motorsport. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll pick out a couple of guys. Is young Aryan in the basic? I don't think he is he? I don't think we can see him here.
Oh, I can't remember that. I just shifted the scouting drivers back and forth. I can't remember.
I can't see him here, unfortunately. He might be in a single seater, I guess. No, he's not. Sorry, we won't be signing the greedy bastard today, unfortunately. We'll have to give him a miss. So if we just get a couple of young guys scouted up anyway, so we've got a 17-year-old and 18-year-old. We've got a 15-year-old there, Andreas Estner. I don't know how good he is in real life, but we like I say, we'll just get a couple of guys scouted up and we'll go from there. Dick Tatum. Well, that's not actually going to be Dick, is it? That was Daniel Tictum. I thought it was Dick Tatum. That was it. That was a funnier one. But anyway, pitlanes.com. Welcome, mate. So, which should we looked at now and then, Chris? Like I say, we done all the driver stuff in detail yesterday. So if people want to see that, they can look at that. Where should we look next? Should we have a look?
Yeah, let's have a look at our drivers. So just to check who we have here.
Oh, we've got the beautiful, not so beautiful.
Yeah, the beautiful. I felt that you fell in love with him yesterday, so I thought it's a great match today.
Yeah. I mean, I really thought he was an attractive guy, and if we look at his details, as we can see, he is. Yeah. Oh dear. Let's try to scout David Wasserman, his National Touring Cars driver. Is he? We'll quickly have a look, see if we can find Wasserman.
I don't think so, because he is in the scouting level 3 or 4, or what's possible. It's 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's in the highest scouting level. You won't find him.
Fair enough. We'll have to try that at another point then. So our two main drivers, shall we say? We've got Matara. Sorry, I thought it was Hakuna Matara. But,
yeah.
We've got Matara here. We've got Auer here, who certainly looks like a slightly stronger driver, and Albuquerque.
Well pronounced.
It's an American place, isn't it? So you see it. I'll say it's an American place. It's obviously come from there, but you get it you see it in films. There's not many of them, but yeah, you know how to pronounce it.
Oh, so, look, he's panic prone. Wow. Panic
prone. Oh dear. I don't think we'll be using him a lot then. So what?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So
yeah.
Matara's got no traits whatsoever, so he's very sort of vanilla, shall we say. He's very just a blank canvas.
Yeah, maybe there will come up some traits. It's possible to have some temporal traits or even static traits getting later on. So he's just a white piece of paper.
Blank slate, as you will. Lovely.
Yeah.
Right, so we've seen our drivers. What is next, Chris? Where should we go now?
Should we just go forward and look for some sponsors?
We can do. What we'll do real quick though, because I don't know if anyone else has done this. I certainly like doing this. Is he's got 48% marketability. This guy's got 36. So I think we're going to quickly promote our reserve driver to replace Matara.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I certainly like to. I think it's just.
Yeah, me too. I just signed drivers for that. Like, yeah, let's get Mick Schumacher, put him in, and get him back into reserve.
Exactly. I'm thinking we don't go mad like we did last night and over sort of step our bounds. I think we're going to go for a 6th place here. I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Or should we try
much safer one? Yeah, much safer.
If we're going to go that safe, we'll go 8th place. No.
8th place. We need some motivation.
We'll go for 6th then. We're going to take a 6th place potential finish here, and we're going to try and push forward and get some more sponsors. So I don't know why this is taking. I mean, I've got a fairly decent computer, but it just seems to take a little bit of time. I don't know why. Anyway, we've got Jonathan Edwards here and Laurent Dupin, who's replaced the outgoing Marcel Desailly, if I remember rightly.
Sorry, I just read a comment from Pitlanes.
Alright.
He always assumed it would affect the demoted driver's morale. Yes, it does.
Yeah, of course it does.
This is a cost for us getting better sponsors. So you have to weight sponsors, good sponsors versus sad drivers.
And you know, if they just do as well as they do in the next race, you know, if we say we're going to finish 6th and they finish 6th, then their morale's going to go back up again anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
Albuquerque's apparently seen as as a top driver, but you know.
Yeah, that's another advantage if you promote the reserve driver and just push your other driver, because you're gonna put in your number 2 or number 1 driver back again. So yeah, it's just a great opportunity for you to push your Lucas Hour now.
So in the Canal Plus season preview, I rightly expected to finish 6th. Well, I don't want to overpromise anything. I think we'll say the prediction seems fair. And
yeah.
Apparently, I've been a legendary engineer for years. I don't think that is quite the case, but you know. There we go. But the chairman's happier now, so. He's an interesting looking chairman. Where is he? Where is he? Finances. Fair enough.
Yeah, the portraits for the DTM chairman are not yet sorted. I'll do this after the stream.
So it shouldn't be too long till that happens then. We've got some sponsors available to us just before this race here. So we'll have a look at our existing sponsors first before we carry on.
Yeah, you're lucky you got BVT as a sponsor. That's a pretty big one.
So £1.2 million fixed per race for 32 races. That is it's pretty impressive. But obviously we talked yesterday about how the prize money is a lot less than it would be before. So you need to be a little bit more careful about how things work.
Yeah, we managed to balance the money in the DTM pretty well. That means you have to choose in the end of the season if you're going for a great car or a good car plus some HQ improvement.
Right.
So you got to plan a bit more.
Exactly. Real sponsor in Fire Mod as well. So I saw some sponsor mods you had. That's what Bebo was saying. So yeah, you've got real sponsors in the Fire Mod. So you shouldn't need the sponsor mods as well. I don't think they'll work, will they, either?
No, the real sponsor mod is a different mod, and we made our sponsors by ourselves. So this is completely different to any sponsor mods on the workshop. System and graphics are completely self-made by us.
Right. Just going to quickly work out what seems to be the better option for us here. I think the Hugo Boss one, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think that fixed per race is always safer than upfront payment, but if you need money, then upfront payment is great. 23 races is decent because which slot is that? Which
That was number
sponsor slot
two.
is that?
That was number two.
Number two. The number two slot is the slot that can get a maximum of 4-star sponsors. So if you plan to get a better marketability in the future, you should go for a shorter contract or just go safe and take boss.
Well, so everyone here so far is saying boss, so we'll take boss.
Oh no, it's not slot 2, it's slot 3.
Oh, slot 3, sorry. There we go. But
yeah, the slot 2 is on the other side. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, we'll have a look at slot 2 now. So we've got the choice of Infinity, TalkTalk, and USAG. Now, I only know of TalkTalk in the UK. I'm assuming that's not outside of the UK. Do you have that in Germany?
I don't know.
Fair
I
enough.
would have to look it up again.
Well, either way,
Where TalkTalk is from.
TalkTalk are definitely in the UK, and they're just a broadband and mobile phone company. So there we are.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to be getting first place somehow. So I think Infinity's not going to be a choice here. So
Yeah.
it's going to be between. I think, you know, I'm pretty sure that the USAG one here might actually be the better option. Do you need the DLC to play the mod?
The GT DLC. The GT DLC is definitely used because if you don't have the GT DLC, you won't have access to DTM and GT cars. Then you will have only open wheelers available.
So I've seen what our sponsor's going to be for slot 6 already. I'm pretty sure I know. I think I know.
But it's a different one than yesterday. Yesterday we had a paper target sponsor, and now it's an upfront payment.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not. Although it might not necessarily be the pit lanes take little. As I say, it might not necessarily be the best for us, but we've got to take it, haven't we? I mean, it's little.
Of course, yeah.
So we're going to take little. Yeah, splashing the cash. Yeah, they are. So we've got one more sponsorship available. Slot 5. In fact, I don't think at the minute we haven't got any based on a finishing position.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice, actually. It's kind of like a guaranteed. So
yeah, it's made the way that the paper target are slightly better in some cases, not in all cases, but when you're going for a risky, like, first position payment, that's gonna be much more rewarding than a paper race on upfront payment. Not in all cases. There are sponsors that might try to cheat you, like I give you a huge amount of money for a even longer contract length. That might not pay off as well as another one would do, but yeah, just keep your eyes open and don't accept cheesy offers or fishy offers. Both. Avoid them.
I think all offers are fishy offers, to be honest, but you know, that's just me. That's the cynic in me. So have a quick look at one of the drives we've just scouted here. Palau doesn't look that good, but as you've said previously, all drivers have the ability to become 5-star drivers.
Yes. It all depends on their peak age, on their improvement rate, which you can't see in the game. So it's a bit more realistic because when you hire a driver, you don't know how it will play out. So if you train your drivers well, if you have the right facilities in your HQ, you are able to make, like, Alessio Lorandi becoming a future star. Maybe he will just peak when he reaches 4 stars. We don't know.
Exactly.
We really don't know.
Right.
It's like a big gamble here.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, as you say, it's a little bit about how you train them as well. So I don't know if people can see this. I've just gone to the design a new part page, and I don't know if they're looking at the base time and the base cost. I don't know if they can see that. I don't know how they feel about that. I was certainly sort of sceptical.
It's different to the open wheelers.
It is. It is.
Because the base time is a bit decreased, and the costs are not that intense.
So it should be a lot easier. Anyway, guys, what should I'll leave this up to the people in the comments if they're nice and quick. What part should we develop? We'll develop a part while we're here. Should we go for the normal engine? I mean, we have got the second best engine on the grid apparently, so maybe the engine's not necessarily the best choice to go with. Or should we take a spoiler? I mean,
no.
Spoiler. Looking at that.
Spoiler. Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't say about the locations in this because it's too much to remember. I don't know how important a spoiler will be in the season.
Fair enough.
But that's something that people can discover by themselves.
Well, we'll take a spoiler. Someone said spoiler. Someone has then said engine's not necessarily needed. We'll take a spoiler, shall we? So, obviously, we've got this here. Build time minus 2 days for each £1 million spent. We don't even spend £1 million, so that's kind of useless. So I think maybe going for high-speed corners plus 25 to max might be our best option here. Get ourselves a nice little... ooh, look at that. It's quite a bit of an increase, to be fair. So we'll go ahead and build that ready, and then we'll get into Munich, I guess. We better get into an actual race. So we can see how things work. So, is there an actual release date for Fire Mod, or is it just sometime soon after DLC release?
When everything works on Monday after the patch that happens Monday evening, we're gonna release it on Tuesday.
There we go. There we go. Sorry, Dos. I've got a guy here, DosBag. I mentioned to him that we were going to be streaming, and he apparently has assumed that I was going to stream on Twitch. I do apologise, mate. I should have made that clearer on Twitter. We've been doing these on YouTube, just because. So I've taken 9 softs, 6 mediums. We've got 32 laps. You know what? Actually, we'll do 8 and 7. That might be our better bet. I mean, what kind of qualifying do we have here? We haven't even looked at that, have we?
We have a simple qualifying because the 3-stage qualifying is only for F1 because it's quite long, and I thought it's not needed for the DTM.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And we might have a not wet race this time in Munich.
Oh right! Oh really?
In the test, it was always raining like dogs from the sky, and now we're having chance for a good race.
But with me here in charge, probably not a good result. Never mind. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I don't know. You know what? I was watching you on broadcast earlier, and your game loaded just ridiculously quick. Right? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I have a beast sitting under my desk.
That might explain it. That might explain it. Obviously we've got a little bit of rain coming down here, but I don't think we're going to bother about going out on enters.
Oh, just a quick question. Do you want to disable the depth of field for this? Because when you zoom in close, you can see the other cars way better.
We can do. We can do. Is that in the preferences, or is that something else?
Yeah, just in the preferences and graphics, and there should be something like
depth of field off. There we go.
Great.
So we'll get into these setups real quick and just get these sorted out. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's not. You know what? I've been playing sort of like the F1 series recently quite a bit, so I always forget that in the GT series, you've only got one wing to worry about. So I've just gone to click on the left-hand side of the page here and gone, oh fuck, I can't.
Yeah, if you touch one slider, everything will work.
Exactly, exactly. So let's get these sort of in the middle. And nope, wrong way. That'll do. That'll do. Let's get out into this practice then. The mobile version of the game is pretty good. I've not played the mobile version of the game yet. How do you feel about the mobile version of the game, Chris, or have you not given it a go?
I haven't, because I had no time.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, I haven't tried yet.
I say neither have I. I've thought about getting it because they've obviously got Motorsport Manager 2 for mobiles come out now. So Pit Lane is addicted to both versions. Oh, DOSBag hasn't seen this yet. Sam Dosser, look at this. Ready? Different mod. There you can zoom right in. Mediums in the rain. Yes, because by the time we get around, the mediums will be gone. Plus, it's only practice. I'd much rather just not worry about inters because they might not necessarily be a wet race. I'd rather not get tied into something I'm not going to use. I mean, some people may think I'm stupid for doing that, but for me, it's just the way I do things.
I think we forgot something. Have we demoted Albuquerque again?
Oh no, I forgot to demote Albuquerque.
Oops. Happens.
James Hicks has just asked what mod lets you zoom in like that.
It's a zoom mod made by Exlcusive.
Be
Be aware that it's probably the last day you can use it, because tomorrow the patch is coming and there is a new version of the mod required to use it after the patch. So yeah, enjoy the last minutes of the zoom mod.
It's not just zooming though, is it? I mean,
yeah, it's also super speed mode in there.
Crazy speed is basically what it is. Alright, should we get these guys in and have a look at their setups? Just for now. So, I want this mod, I'll be downloading for certain. Well, as Chris just said, you'll have to wait and see if you can find the second version of the mod. So the cornering here, the actual cornering itself is spot on, but the handling, ooh, not so good.
Yeah, maybe speed balance a little bit down and handling a little bit to the mid. I haven't really seen the other driver, because when you're first doing the setup, you kind of see both drivers and both mechanic ideas of the setup, and you can mix it and make them a little bit on the other engine's mind and have a good setup here.
Right, well, I'm going to go ahead with this. Just, I really don't know what I need to do. Yet to get to GT DLC. I kind of prefer the GT series. I don't know why, but it's just my personal preference.
Yeah, I personally will crossplay both, because I can, when the mod release finally, I can play a whole career and not like just test seasons.
So Bebo's asked, when will the new update and DLC be live? Is it tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. I can have a quick look on the Steam page of it. Let me find it. The new DLC is a challenge pack, is 10% off at the moment, and it's gonna release in 21 hours, 2 minutes and 20, 19, 18, 17 seconds.
So you got a precise one there, Bebo. Or Bibo. I'm just going to call you Coco, that's easier to pronounce. And I'm assuming that Bebo is the right one, because he's not told me otherwise. People tend to tell me otherwise if I get things wrong, so... Let's get these guys around for a couple of laps rather quickly. They're happier with the balance and and the handling. Let's bring them back in again now and see how things are set up for them. You're playing Motorsport Manager as you listen to the stream. Oh, cheers, German. Was it German? I don't know. I don't know.
Hello, Nicholas.
Hello, Nicholas. 1 second, I've got a cough. Mind your ears, folks. Oh, sorry. So our handling is pretty poor still here, but everything else is looking pretty good. Obviously we can get a little bit better on a speed balance here. So we've gone... That's got to be somewhere in between here, isn't it now? If you think about it. Probably around about there. Of course, every time we touch this, it just moves everything.
Yeah, you need a bit of practice for making a setup in the GT series. It's like the weight of the driver will have an effect on it, and if your driver is too heavy, you're gonna have certain problems at some low-speed corner tracks.
So what we're saying is we're not supposed to feed our drivers. Wonderful. I'll just make sure that happens and keep them as light as possible.
Yeah, you might go for healthy guys with healthy traits, or just because I randomized the weights a bit because I couldn't look up all the right weights for all drivers in the world. I did for the F1 drivers. I really tried to get proper weight values for them. And Hulkenberg is the fattest one.
Hulkenberg's the fattest one. Well, with a name like Hulkenberg, I should imagine he is. But I suppose that their weights are a little bit more accessible because they're going to be easily published, aren't they? So it's the bigger sport when it comes to motorsport at the end of the day. So
yeah, I think, but he lost some pounds coming to 2017 because the cars got heavier. So I might have the a bit older values here. But I think I changed him a bit though. Well, all drivers have some weight, let's say that.
Alright, let's get this gear ratio sorted out. We need to come back this way a little bit, but I think once that gear ratio is there, we're pretty much bang on for Albuquerque. Sam has said he's too cuddly to be a race driver. You know what? I've always turned around and said I would never ever be an astronaut, and it's not because of like intelligence or it's not because of the fact that I'm not clever enough to do it. It's not because I'm too big to do it. It's because that everything is made by the lowest bidder. So you know that everything's been made as cheap as possible because they want to be able to put it out there as cheap as possible, and that kind of scares me. Right, can we get a 98% or even a 99% here?
Can we go for 100? That's a question.
I didn't even realise that 100 was a thing.
Yeah, 100 is a thing, definitely.
I thought it was just like a 99 and that was it, but
no. With the difference between 99 and 100 is 1,000 seconds. 1,000. I don't remember how to say that.
1,000th.
Yeah, okay, just 1,000. Okay.
That is exactly where it was before, and we want to try and get that sorted out. You had 100 earlier.
It's the joy of making 100% setup in GT.
Everything just moves. It's a very, very minor change, but I don't know if we just go with it, roll with it maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I just hit it.
I think that might do it. I think. I'm hoping anyway. I'm going to be really pissed off if it isn't. But we've still got our 97%. We can always click back on it and use that setup. So it's not the worst thing in the world if we do fuck it. Use a new set of tyres as well. Let's get this sped up again. We're not doing too great with our knowledge here. Hi Ramon, welcome back mate. How did you... I'm hoping you got some sleep as well, because, well, I woke up at 6 o'clock. Originally woke up at 6 o'clock this morning after getting to bed at 1:30, so... As you can imagine, I'm probably pretty fucking tired. Right, if we bring in Albuquerque now, we'll bring in our real quick as well, and then we'll get them pushed out. Try to get this, this knowledge sorted out. That was worse for our. To be fair, it wasn't even a change; it just looks worse.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think we had 2 excellent before. I'm not sure.
We did have 2 excellents before, yeah.
Ah, okay.
I'm thinking we have to go further away to
Yeah.
get to the...
The handling thing needs to be on the far left side.
It's just getting that... It's just getting that fine... It's a very, very fine balance.
Yeah, if it's out of the range, it's probably okay.
Ooh, I think we've got it here, though. I think I finally got it.
Yeah, maybe he will crash in the first corner, so it will be totally worth.
Oh, yeah. It's going to really be worth it if that happens.
Because of...
Go on, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you go on.
I figured that when you start a new career, one of your drivers will crash, like, the crash chance is 50% on the first race. Because I made so many new careers and it was ridiculous how often they crash in the first race. Like within the first 3 laps.
Right. We'll try to figure out how we can balance this. Or if we can at all. Can't bring that speed balance down any further with the gear ratios.
Yeah, changing 5 things and still the same setup as before, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's at 98%. I'm not gonna worry too much, but
yeah, it's Albuquerque. He's a 2-star reserve driver, so yeah. If he makes it to the finish line, we are lucky.
Exactly. We'll just send him out as he is. Let him get that knowledge up, because well, I should have waited another lap to bring him in, but oh right. Alright, send out shit. Fucked it up. It's that speed mod. It's it's ridiculous. We didn't quite get level 3 in the medium tyres because I brought him in a touch too early. Never mind. That is a crazy, crazy speed mod. The thing is, I was recording my my ice mod playthrough for the week basically today. So I've got one coming out Monday through to Friday at 6 PM every day. And it all seems really, really rushed because I normally do my game speed at 2 speed for the race, so it was just like it was super quick. I was just like, it was incredibly rushed. But you know, it's gonna make the video shorter. The upload time would be a little bit easier on me. So, right. Anyway, let's get into this. We'll take medium tyres. We can't take race trim, and we'll have to take medium tyres because, well. There we go. So if we go to the car setups, oh dear, that's not good. That's not good at all. We've gone too far the other way.
Whoops.
Yeah. But we should be able to get something here, I guess.
Yeah, just stay with the 97% and it will work.
Yeah, we'll have to, won't we? If we take these softs, and then we'll get... Oh, sorry, we already looked at it, didn't we? We need to go to this guy here. It's 98. Yeah, we'll have to take the 98. Take the soft as well. And there we go. Send them out. We're going to go auto, I think. I'm not going to try to fuck around with it and do it myself. I'm just going to put them out as automatics. With the clear air optimization. I was going to do it, but with the speed mod, after yesterday, I'm not even going to risk it. It was absolutely insane trying to get it right.
Yeah, then let's go through the field, like fully zoomed, to show some drivers in their cars.
Yeah. If we start from the off, we'll go Wickens. So we can see here how detailed this motor is. It really is a detailed bit of modelling. So we'll go to Guts next. Did I pronounce it right?
Guts, yes.
There we go. See, I'm getting better at German every day. Ekstrom.
Yeah, the Swedish guy.
Yeah, with
the
his
Red Bull Audi.
It's a really nice motor, that one as well. And then we've got Müller, also in the Red Bull. Is he in Red Bull as well? No.
Yeah, he has a different car in real life, but since he's a teammate of Ekstrom, we had to give him the Red Bull skin. The other skin is in the mod. You can, if you choose the up team, you can go for the other skin. Um, we had to make a compromise here.
Right.
So I shifted drivers, I shifted teams, I shifted teammates a bit, so you have the most liveries available. Like the Rockefeller car is the Rockefeller car, and his teammate Loic Duval has the same skin he has in real life, a Castrol Edge blue and green car. Which is in the mod, you can use it, but not for the AI.
Right. Okay, there we go. So, nice little bit of information there for you guys. These cars do look pretty damn good. Not keen on the orange one, but I'm not a big fan of the orange anyway. So that's just a personal thing. The Resta's car looks alright with the orange trim. What team is the Resta with?
The Resta is with one of the Mercedes teams. Should be, I'm not really sure if it's HVA or AMG team, because in real life there is one Mercedes team.
Right.
And yes, that's not enough for Motorsport Manager. And we made another team called AMG. We completely made that up. And we used former teams like ART and Mücke we are driving in today. They were driving in DTM last year. This year the team count and cars have been cut in DTM in real life, so we have to adapt a bit here.
Right. So we're going to get these guys sent back out again. We've got time to do it. The car I just looked at there, I can't remember who it was. I have to find the name again once this has disappeared. I think was it Duval? No, it was not Duval. You know, who was I looking at? Was it Martin? I think it was. Yeah, the Martin, who's first at the minute. His car, rather nice. I do like that layout. Very, very nice. And Nicholas Lawson said he's excited for the Fire mod. You know what? I mean, I'm playing it a little bit early, but I'm pretty damn excited for the full release. So
yeah, me too. Really looking forward for release. You guys better hurry up instead of streaming or something.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't get what they're doing. I don't understand it. Why would they waste the time streaming and showing people how amazing this mod is? I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyway, we had a really, really shit qualifying. We got 14th and 19th. But you never know. Something might happen in the race.
Yeah, but to be fair, the field is very close to each other. It's 1 second between the first and the last one, so it's going a really, really close race.
That is a tight race. That is a tight race. Team Mücke build a better car for Felipe Albuquerque. No, fuck off. I haven't seen a certain someone yet though. That's really upsetting me, I have to say. Pit Lanes has said his career is in the ice when he can't get out of Formula E. I've just taken 4 seasons to get out of Formula E because I'm not very good at this game. And we've just got into the IndyCar series. I've actually got a playthrough here on YouTube. I don't know, I'm assuming you probably have as well, as you're called pitlanes.com on YouTube. So, but yeah, if I'm not very good at the game, but check it out anyway. Fuck it, why not? Bit of self-promotion. So car balances, we're going to stick with the 97% and the 98%, and I figure Albuquerque and DTM, poor guy, he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, he once drove there, and I ran out of drivers. And he's just a reserve driver. We ended up promoting on accident, or forgot to demote on accident.
Yeah, that was my fault. But we did bring him up for the marketability, and it kind of worked out in our favour. Should we get down into this grid? At the back here, look at this. Shit stuff at Albuquerque, but, you know, he's shit, so. Actually, I don't know what he's like in real life. Just got a front row with McLaren in Monza in the 2nd season. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad at all. And Pit Lanes, you've subbed. Oh, cheers, mate. I did have a GT DLC series going, but I somehow managed to screw up the save on that one. I don't know what happened there, but one of these things, I guess. So if we go up to Martin now, who is in first in his really nice looking car, to be fair. and we'll work our way backwards. We can see some of these models here. They are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Team Glock's also driving the Red Bull instead of the yellow car.
I was really surprised that Team Glock is still going.
Yeah, I think he just won yesterday in Zandvoort.
Right, let's
and
go.
Today, yeah, he sucked a bit.
He sucked.
Yeah, he showed someone the bad finger after qualifying and got to race from the last row.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not good.
I should add a trade here.
Right, let's give him a little bit of a push here. We're going to try and see if we can get 14th from Vitoris with our... Again, really not sure if I'm pronouncing these names right, but I'll do my best. I've got a little bit of a duel going on here between our and Albuquerque, the two teammates.
Yeah, Albuquerque is just a reserve driver. He should back up by a lot.
Yeah, you should. Right, hey, look, just fuck off. There we go. Allow your teammate through.
These reserve drivers these days.
I know, they're so up themselves. It's unreal. It's unreal. There we go. Our looks like he's just taken. Yeah, he's just taken 14th there from Vitoris. But he's probably going to lose it any second now.
Yeah, and you see how important it is to have free air, because Martin is going like 3-second gap already.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have to fight, and the rest is fighting like nothing good, and he can just go pull away here.
Which mods do I use? This here, Ramon, is just a zoom mod, and the ice mod. They're the only mods we're using at the minute, because we are showcasing the ice mod. Sorry, the fire mod. I'll get it right in a minute.
We're gonna melt the ice mod.
Yeah, the ice mod is kind of being sort of replaced by this, shall we say. The ice mod was this, but light. This is like the actual mod that they wanted to create in the first place.
Yeah. The ice mod will stay on Steam Workshop. I don't get that wrong, but this is the actual mod that should be played here on Motorsport Manager.
So they're the only two mods being currently shown, which is the Zoom mod, which apparently is going to be replaced rather soon, and the Fire mod. Can we use Fire mods with others? I don't know. You'll have to ask the man himself, Chris. Can the Fire mod be used alongside other mods?
What kind of mods? Like workshop mods? Then the answer is sadly no, because the Fire mod comes with sponsors, with models, with liveries linked to the model, so you can't add other liveries from the workshop. They have to be specially made for Fire mod. You can't use database mods because you can't combine two database mods. Yeah, it's a full mod. You don't really need other mods besides that.
So that's your answer, mate. That's all you need. It's basically like having a full dinner in front of you, instead of just picking out a little bit of pastry here and there. It's much better, basically.
Yeah, you can use it together with non-workshop mods like the Zoom mod or Zoom and Speed mod or whatever, or the new balance mod that will come sometime after the patch. I'm not sure because I'm not the creator of it. But yeah, no other workshop mod, sorry. That isn't meant to be from the developers.
But the thing is, why would you want any other workshop mod? I don't get it. It's the only one you need. It's the only one you want.
Yeah, all the drivers from ICE are there, Formula 1 is there, the sponsors are almost doubled, or 6 times more deals than in ICE, so yeah, just have a good time.
So we're having a bit of a battle here with Ekstrom for 12th place. We keep gaining it and then losing it again. And it looks like we're about to lose it again and probably drop down to 14th if we're not lucky here. He is pulling away again now. It's unfortunate. So we've got soft tyres here. We should be able to go down to, what is it, 24% on softs? I can't remember now.
Yeah, 24, 23. But yeah, if we got 26 and go over the line, then it's time for change. I just I have to say I love the Blomqvist car. The BMW M livery that's so brilliant made by Falco. It's so awesome to see.
It is a very, very nice looking model, has to be said. Oh, we're talking in real life as well here, yeah?
Yeah, this is Blomqvist's skin, and he's used by the Canadian guy Spengler as well. Spengler in real life has a more black car, full black car with 3 stripes. This design is also included, but I always recommend the M skin.
And as you say, it is a very nice looking skin. It quite stand out as well with the big M on top. It does make it quite obvious. So even if you didn't have to zoom mod, you'd really be able to tell which car is yours.
Yeah. It's really enjoyable with the zoom mode, though. I hope we get a new version after the patch shortly. Or I have to look in it and make one myself. But if there is some download for a zoom mod, I will definitely include it in the mod description. So always read the mod description.
Yeah.
Please.
Ramon, the reason we're not carrying on with Red Bull is because we wanted to showcase a different part of the mod. So we wanted to have a look at the cars that were involved in the GT or the DTM, because we want to show. It's not a case of we're actually playing the game properly at the minute. I mean, at some point I will be doing a playthrough of Fire. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Fire, but this is more a case of showing the models and how they look and showing what the actual mod itself can do. That's what we're doing.
The races are like here. Because the races in DTM are so different to the F1 ones. It's much tighter. It's still from first to last, it's 16 seconds, so
yeah,
more than one car within 1 second. It's looking forward to stays the whole race like that, because after pit stops it might be a bit distorted, but I think it will work. They will catch up.
Well, we've just set up Hour for his first pit stop because he's sitting at 25% now. He was probably going to be around about 24. Well, he's 24 now. It's going to be around about 23, 22 by the time he gets to the pit lane. So yeah, we'll just bring him in then and flip those here with a DTM. Yeah, it's DTM.
Yeah, Flip already played it because he's one of our testers and my discussion partner for making decisions, because I need to ping pong ideas, and if Flip's there I'm gonna have a discussion with him. So he was one of the guys who I talked to when we replaced the WTCC series on the mod, because like last weekend we decided that we're gonna throw out WTCC. I'm sorry for the guys who were looking forward to it, but it was just not amazing enough. Because we're gonna show you, after this we're gonna show you the new GT series we brought in, and it's really a reason to play the mod. And WTCC was, the drivers are still there, but the cars and teams have gone. So yeah, sorry, and I think we got a good change with the GT cars, because we're gonna see a Lambo and some R8 Audis and SLS AMGs and stuff like this.
I mean, the way you explained it to me yesterday as well is that, well, you said you had not so much difficulties as well, but I mean, obviously going with DTM instead of, I think DTM's a nice little addition, to be fair. It's a bit more niche, and I don't think you'll see that in many other games. I don't think you're going to get a DTM managing game at any point, are you, really? McLaren on the podium. Congratulations on getting on the podium, that's what I'm saying. Right, so Hour's just dropped back down to 14th. Albuquerque's 19th, but you know, he's a long way off the pace, Albuquerque now. But as you say, I mean, it's a lot closer now than it would be in Formula 1. And we've got a lot of guys going to have to pit soon, so you never know what's going to happen. You just had a crash where your driver went through the ground and it looks a bit brutal. Sounds a bit brutal, has to be said. I can't imagine sort of face planting through the ground at, well, upwards of 200 miles an hour in the car. Sounds pretty horrific.
Yeah, there are some tracks that lack a bit of clipping properly made, but when you don't zoom in, you won't see that too much. But some tracks like Japan are really a bit clippy error, full of clip errors.
Alright, so Alan's just come out of the pit here. You had Villeneuve have half his car inside a tyre barrow on a 98 mini mod. How many days at ice and how many at fire? Ramon, is that how long it's taken to make the ice mod, and then how long it was taken to make the fire mod, I'm assuming?
Yeah, the ice mod took like 2.5 weeks, and the fire mod took 4 months.
Fucking hell. That is a big difference. It shows you how much work has gone into the fire mod. And we've seen how, I mean, I'm sure the majority of us have seen how in-depth the ice mod has been. And it shows you how much more work has gone into the fire mod.
Yeah, we learned so much from making ice mod. We improved, like, with the sponsors on the cars, we were able to bend them, because on ice it's just like a plate with a sponsor on it. Now they are following the car shape. We made some details on the cars here. You can see the Bosch advertising on the sun shields, and the DECRA and ADAC logos on the side, which will be seen in race and in the menu. I think that's a nice touch. In GT3 we have the 13er logo there and some LED numbers. Yeah, it was kind of, some things were easier than in ice, because in ice we had to discover everything. We had to learn how to make models work with Unity and bring them into the game. This were like 2 weeks of screaming, and after that it worked fine. So now we saved on screaming. But yeah, it was a lot of work, a lot of graphics to be done. The skin that Falco made took like, I think it took 3.5 months for them. The profile pics of the staff and of the drivers were a huge amount of work. Sponsor logos, we got help from Sean, who has made some logos himself, and we had to make them fit in our system, and yeah, it was a lot of help there to not make 637 sponsors by ourselves.
Oclaffer said, stupid ideas during modding. Hey, just make deliveries fit all the models. Triples the workload and liveries.
Yeah. And actually it's twice the graphics for the sponsors, because you have one on the car which needs to be all white because you want to give them a color.
Yeah.
And the one for the menu, for the preview. Yeah, just bit of pain, and I'm aware that we missed some sponsors. At some point when you're researching for sponsors, you don't find any. You just run through your flat and search for things that have names on it, like water bottles and a pack of noodles.
The pot noodle car, I can't wait for that. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, and then on some days you discover like 20 sponsors you haven't made in, and yeah. So there's still potential. Still potential for even bigger sponsors, DXT.
Yeah, I think there's enough sponsors here at this point, to be fair. Because I mean, there's going to be some people who might not necessarily see all of the sponsors. That's the thing. I mean, if you've got, as you say, 600 odd sponsors, you might see maybe 15 different sponsors during the season. And well, you're going to see more than that, aren't you? You maybe see 30 different sponsors during a season. And some of those sponsors are going to carry on through to the next season. Some of the sponsors may come up as another offer the same season, so you're not necessarily going to be able to get a chance to see, I don't know, what we were talking about yesterday, the cheapo supermarket car, where you've got Audi, Lidl, Spa.
Yeah.
You know, we won't necessarily be able to get all of those on your car. I mean, obviously this one has got the Lidl, the Lidl branding, because why not?
I would love to see a car full of budget sponsors like Lidl and Super Cheap. Super Cheap has to be there, obviously, because otherwise it's not a real Super Cheap car.
See, what we need for the UK is maybe the Poundland car. So I don't know. Poundland. Okay. So basically.
Oh yeah, Poundland. I remember it when it was in Britain. Yeah, Poundland. Sure.
Yeah. So basically, you go in, everything costs £1.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you pick up, it's £1. You know, that's proper budget. No, it's really cheap. We get a Poundland, just in Poundland colours as well. That's what you have to do. Flip those like, yeah, the Poundland car. Oh dear, we need a Poundland car now. That's what you're gonna need for the next mod. Do you know what would be? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it. Do you know what would be pretty cool? Just as like a one-off sort of Easter egg sort of livery. If you ever sort of think to yourself, you know what, we're going to do something here. It's just, you know, a police car livery, so you can paint it up and look like a police car. Yeah, Flipto's saying they only offer you £1 per race because they're that cheap.
Yeah, there is a sponsor called UNICEF that will give you like £1 for a sponsor slot.
Oh, what, the charity?
Yeah. And there is a Greenpeace sponsor as well. So if you have achieved everything, you can search for UNICEF. Good luck.
Right, so we've got ourselves up into a much better position here. We're in 8th. Obviously, we pitted a lot earlier than a lot of guys. We've got green on our tail here, but I mean, we pitted a lot earlier from other guys, so we're going to have to not consider that an actual position for us here. Albuquerque sitting in 14th. Again, his tyre wear's looking a bit dismal, has to be said. But we might be able to do this with just another set of mediums, really, if we're lucky.
Yeah, we are already in the points. There's 2 points for us here with our, because the point system is the same as in Formula 1. Basically, all the series have the same point system. It's, yeah, I know it's ridiculous, but if I change it, I don't want to read the comments on it. To be honest, because yeah, I would just gonna stick with this with the real life values, and yeah, and also no series in this mod requires refueling.
Oh right, okay. So it's purely about fuel management now.
Yeah. Well, dictated by real life, because in F1 you don't refuel, in F2 you don't refuel, in F3 as well. In DTM they did refuel for years, but then abandoned it. And in GT Masters they changed drivers, which we sadly can't do.
Right. Right, so it looks like we can probably catch up with Farfus here in a second, if we play our cards right. We can get ourselves up. Oh, Albuquerque's just got himself up to 13th. He's not actually having that bad a race, to be fair. Oh dear, one second, I've got to stretch. It's been a long, tiresome day for me. I do apologise, guys. Oh. Lovely. I'm so up for sleeping soon, I really am.
Yeah, let's just speed this forward.
Yeah, let's get this through. This has taken a while. We'll keep an eye on Albuquerque here. We'll bring him in around about now, get him out on these mediums. There's 15 laps left, so we'll just get to see those through. We go in medium and conserve to begin with. We'll get our in just shortly. When we get to... we'll probably go one more lap with our, actually. He's at 25%. He's just about to come in. What do we reckon? Bring him in now? Or let him go one more?
Yeah, let him go one more.
We'll let him go one more. Down to around about 20%, if I remember rightly, isn't it?
Yeah, about.
I'll do the same there. Lovely. So we've just brought his tyre wear down a little bit, just hopefully try to seed it out a little way. Yeah, it's gone down at 18th place. It shows you how tight that is. Try to complete the season at F1 in the ice mod with custom created mana. Well, good luck with that, mate.
Yeah, really, good luck. No, the ice mod is, you can do that in the ice mod, sure. I tried to make a Toyota F1 team in the fire mod. Was okay, but I really had to save some. At some point, I really had to save some money, because I had drivers like Hulkenberg, and I think in the beginning I had Castro Neves from the IndyCar. They were very, very hungry for money.
As we saw yesterday, a certain Mr. Alonso is very hungry for money too.
Oh, how? How could that be?
Yeah, I wonder what it is about him that makes him, lust for money in this game. It's not like he's like that in real life, or he craves.
Yeah.
He doesn't crave to be the centre of attention, but he does seem to in this game. I don't get it.
Yeah, Alonso is asked for a big bunch of money in real life, so we recreated that for the current contract. So yeah, but we adjusted the money he wants a bit, so he's not gonna be too cheap, and it's not gonna be so easy because he's one of the best drivers in the whole mod. So yeah,
But
if you want to beat him, you just need to train yourself a superstar.
Yeah, but I mean, in real life, he's very mediocre, and he's not that good. He's not that good. At least that's what I tell him if I would. Well, what I would tell him if I was to meet him. You started your creative team in the new workshop version today. Didn't get a title sponsor, so I'm looking like the HRT in 2011, apparently, according to Flip though. So ours just lost out there. Can we maybe? Should be alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the sponsor placement on GT in a minute when we come to the series. In DTM, it's like you have the sponsor on slot number 1 sitting on the hood and on the doors, and the GT one is a bit different.
Right, so we should be coming up to our final lap in a second. So we might as well get these guys to just go all out. Well, not necessarily on the fuel. I don't think the fuel can take it. But on the tyres, might as well go all out.
Have I seen this right? You went with with just medium tires through the whole race?
I think we've done a lap to start with on softs, and then it was
okay,
mediums.
yeah, okay. But awesome, yeah. I never really use medium tires.
I like mediums. I don't know why. They just get a bit more sort of wear out of them.
And Wittmann, the today's winner of Zandvoort, wins the first Grand Prix of DTM in our mod. Yay!
Timo Glock in second. Giving the finger to people on his way round. Nicholas Larson has recreated a poor version of the 2016 Mana livery.
Yeah, let's just show it in the screenshots. Give me a link. Show it.
Yeah.
Upload it.
Yeah, F12 that shit and send it to us.
Join the Discord. Show your story. I'm really looking forward for people using the Fire mod joining the Discord and showing the stories and the liveries.
Yeah, that'd be decent actually. Unfortunately, there's no Susie Perry here today for me, so I'm it's made in game. I know, Nicholas. But I'm assuming that you're playing on Steam. If you press on your keyboard F12, then you can actually save a screenshot. Let's go check out Sank real quick. Might as well do it now while we're waiting for this to this loading screen to load. So we came 5th instead of 6th, so you know that's a good start. Albuquerque there got quite a few changes. Apparently um, Lucas Hour's relationship with Rachel Edwards went down by 4%. Now, I'm wondering if there was a mistake in one of the pits they made to cause that.
Yeah. Might be, yeah.
Well, she should have pulled her finger out and got it done properly, shouldn't she? Never mind. Right. So if we carry on through to the main menu again, anything we need to look at?
In the main menu, we can just change to the GT3 series. Just start a new career and look at this.
Yeah, no problems. So if we go to quit to main menu then, and we'll have a look at the other series. Oh dear, my back is absolutely monstering me. Right, let's turn off the tutorials. Fire mod is on. There we go. I won't worry about putting in names, we'll just put in a random like that. We're Don Osanga. There we go. Make him look like a Dong Osanga, I guess. That'll do.
Still catching up on the stream.
No problems. I'll just leave it on the choose a series bit. Yeah, those liveries are pretty amazing, to be fair, Flip, though.
Yeah.
So
they're really awesome.
We're looking at the ADAC GT Masters now, are we?
Yeah. ADAC, it's the German Motor Club.
Ah, right, I see. Was it Automotive Deutschlander, something like that? I don't know.
Yeah. Close, very close.
Wow, look at that car. Wow, look at that car. I really like that one.
Which one is it?
That was the Land.
Yeah, it's awesome. The skin is so brilliant.
And then the Grasser.
I love it.
The Grasser racing one's really nice as well. I like that colour.
Yeah.
HB Racing, that's pretty. These are all pretty sweet. Obviously, we've got the colour sort of the sponsorship thing going on there, but
yeah,
it's nothing major. But it's impressive that you got the different cars here, all of them different models.
Yeah, and for the create team mode, we have a little surprise because on the ice mode, people were asking constantly how to change the car you use in the create your own team. And we're gonna make some extra downloads so you can choose between these 4 cars, and we're gonna have 4 extra cars. It's a Porsche, a McLaren, a Ferrari, and a Nissan that are not in the series, but you can choose them for your own team. And that's just mad.
That does sound pretty immense. Plus,
And you can even start with a DTM car in GT3 or with a GT car in DTM. And you can switch at any time because you just need to replace a file in the mod folder. I'm going to show you in a guide how to do that. And you can go for like 1 season with a Porsche and then switch to an Audi at any time or to whatever. Work your way through the series because every car that's get promoted from GT3 to DTM or demoted from DTM to GT3 will keep their car.
that is pretty amazing, to be fair.
Yeah, so after a few years you're gonna have like Audis and Lambos and Porsches in DTM. It's awesome.
Martin93, how much you missed? Yes, we have shown the DTM bit, but that's okay. This stream is obviously going to be going onto my channel as well. So if you want to check that out afterwards, then go onto my channel and then have a look, and then you'll be able to see the stream from the start. Well, you'll be able to see what we did last night as well with regards to the F1 too. So, should we pick one of these teams and have a look, or is there something else you want to show us?
No, just choose a team. Like go for the Grosser Lambo if you like, or go for the Land Audi.
Ooh.
We won't take the first one because the first car is the best team in the league, and you never go for the first team.
Well, this one here, the one that's expected to finish second.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
expect to finish second, but maybe they are better than they are showing. You never know before a season.
But who's expected
That,
to finish first then? Ah, Land. Well,
yeah, I think they won the 24 hours of Nürburg. They are hungry.
well, I think we're going to go with the Grasser one. I really like this green.
Yeah, me too.
It's a really, really nice green. It's a really nice looking car. So let's click continue here.
To be fair, that was one of the reasons I switched to ADAC GT Masters instead of WTCC, because I watched so many GT races this year and I just always thought I want to see this green Lambo in Motorsport Manager, and I dreamed about it, and now it's here.
There we go. Martin93 has asked, will the mod come with same optional file as the ice mod where you can disable promotions?
Yes, sure. There will be optional download for the disabled promotion thingy and for your create your own team car. So yeah, you just have to replace a file, but I believe that people can do that.
Some of these liveries, man, they're pretty amazing. Wow, that is a very, very
I think the
striking
last
look.
ones, yeah, the last 3 ones are for this GT, and there are about 6 or 7 liveries per car for your create your own team thing. So yeah.
I say there are some pretty. I like that. I like the front of that one. That's a really nice livery.
I think it's a DTM car that just fits the Lambo. Yeah, 33 is a DTM car.
Yeah, these are all pretty damn impressive, nonetheless. I mean, even some of the ones that maybe shouldn't even fit on here.
Yeah.
Still.
So 83, 30, 38, 39, 40 will fit perfectly. The rest, I can't guarantee for it, because slots 1 to 30 are made for single seaters. We're gonna explain that in the guide as well.
So we can't actually pick a custom colour here by the looks of things. So you kind of set to the team colours then. Didn't realise that.
Yeah, yeah, that's normal, but we're gonna add some more options in there. So you won't have like 3 white colors. Instead, you're gonna have like the colors of the other Lambos, or colors I choose this night for fun.
There we go. We've changed the colours up. I'm not going to set it because it's going to cost us far too much money to do that. So if we have a look at the drivers here for this team, Grasser Racing.
Yeah, the drivers are quite interesting, because yeah, maybe you want to see that, discover it.
So we've got Bortolotti here, who has the driver trait of entourage, and he doesn't, he looks like a fairly sort of mid-ground driver here, to be honest. His smoothness isn't brilliant, but all round he looks like he'd be a decent driver for this level. Engelhardt, he's a team player, which is a nice little trait, to be fair, by the looks of things. Again, similar sort of level of ability. And then there's... Have you told me to pick this team because you want me to pronounce this name?
No.
You sure?
No.
Is it... in Eichen?
In Eichen.
In Eichen. There we go. I'm just terrible. So...
He's Swiss.
Yeah, I can see that.
Not his fault.
It's not his fault. I can see he's Swiss. He's fairly neutral. So what we'll do, we'll quickly improve some parts while we're here, just in case. So the cost of parts here seems a little bit, I want to say it seems a bit more reasonable, but obviously for the level and the amount of money coming in, it's not that reasonable. £2 million for a base engine. 62 kilos. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Should we have a look at his weight? Let's have a look at the weights. The driver details here.
Yeah, and maybe now it's you really have a reason to promote a reserve driver.
So Bortolotti is
Because I can tell
57.
you that Bortolotti and Engelhardt are the perfect example of drivers having different skills but performing same in the race or in qualifying at most times. They
See,
are really on one level.
see, I feel really bad because I'm sort of looking at this and thinking, all right, Bortolotti is 57 kilos. That's pretty light. And then I'm seeing Engelhardt, I'm like, 70 kilos, fat bastard. And then it's like, this guy's 62 kilos. And then I'm thinking to myself, I've just called him a fat bastard at 70 kilos. I'm more than 100 kilos. You know, it's just like...
Yeah, even fatter bastard.
yeah, I'm a great big fat bastard. But, yeah, do you know what we're going to do? We're just going to promote him really quick. Time for the Aussie GP. Oh, in your game, I was going to say, because here it's Phoenix. I say we don't...
Yeah, I originally the series started in Munich, but I think we don't want to drive 2 times Munich.
No.
So
No,
I
I was
put
going to say...
Munich in the end of it.
yeah, I was going to say, because in my current Ice Mod playthrough, got promoted to the Indy season, I've got 6 races in Phoenix and 4 in Vancouver.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's just like, fuck, it's Phoenix again. Is it going to rain?
It's like coming home. So you know how to make a setup in Phoenix by now?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Fat shaming the race drivers. Yeah, pretty much.
I heard that the new patch will let you save setups.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Right, we've just promoted a certain someone and demoted Engelhardt actually because he's that a little bit fatter.
Okay.
We'll move forward. We'll see if we can get some sponsors in, shall we? I don't know why this is on a go slow. I really don't. Is Van der Linde in GT Masters still?
He should, yeah. Van der Linde should be in GT Masters. Cause otherwise there's no real reason to have him in the mod, because I took the data from the ADAC GT Masters website. And I might have seen him in the last race, not sure though. Yeah, he's shown as a driver in the GT Masters this year.
He was there when I played. One second, I've got a cough again. Oh, sorry.
And he's third in the overall in the GT Masters, so I assume he is driving the GT Masters.
So
I wonder how he would have third place if not.
Right. So I'm just going to go fill up some sponsors here. We've got 2 from T-Mobile here at the same time.
Wow.
Got 2 different options here. One for 9 races at 628,000 a race if we get 12 or above, and 8 races at 5.6 million up front. You know what? I think the 5.6 million up front seems like a good idea. We can get an engine out of that. I will take it. We'll get an engine. Screw it. So I'm assuming, fucking hell, that T, that great big pink T on that green just looks weird. You would be interested in seeing me and Loki do a dual stream, mate. Honestly, I would love Loki to do a dual stream with me, but he is sort of like, when it comes to subs wise, he's just sort of like well above my level. Plus, he's got the issue of living in Northern Ireland, where the internet is just shit. It's utter shit. It's you know what, I'm going to take O2 as our second sponsor, so we've got T-Mobile and O2. If you don't know about O2, that's another mobile phone brand in the UK, so we're going to have T-Mobile and O2 competing for advertising space on the same car.
Ooh.
Could be an interesting one. And now that's ugly, yeah, that great big T. That great big
Yeah, but
T.
it gives money. It's like BVT at Force India. Gives you money to be ugly. So yeah. If other people would get money to be ugly, well, find a girl. Good luck.
So, just get the engine built up ready. It's going to cost us £2.1 million for this engine. It's ready to rumble. Let's get into this Phoenix race, shall we?
Yeah.
So Rolf is delighted with his setup. He must have a slightly better car. I don't know, or it could just be because he's a reserve driver.
Yeah,
Where
I
is
think it's
Vodafone? Where is Vodafone? I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't an option. I'd have added Vodafone in. I'm ugly. Why don't I get
yeah,
paid?
but maybe Vodafone is a slightly bigger sponsor. Maybe Vodafone is a 4-star sponsor, and we don't have the option at the moment to get a 4-star sponsor. So
There is that possibility as well.
yeah,
So I'm trying to remember who the other big. We got Free here in the UK as well. Free are another mobile sponsor, and what do I see a lot of? Libara, I think it's called, or I can't remember. Something like that. Anyway, but there's a few others around, and yeah, EE. Yeah, I forgot about EE. You know what? That can be a challenge, won't it? The mobile phone car. Have all the cell phone or mobile phone carriers on it.
supermarket challenge, phone challenge. What's next? Beer challenge. We have beer sponsors there.
Ah, I see.
We have vodka sponsors. We have whiskey sponsors. We have tobacco sponsors.
You got them all.
All the ugly stuff we have here. I'm still waiting for the golf sponsor to appear.
The golf sponsor, did you say?
Yeah, it's the famous golf cars with orange and blue.
Yeah.
Don't you know them?
No.
Oh, you have to Google golf car. I don't know.
I'll have a look at some point. Anyway,
Yeah.
we've got to get this done. I've got bed. I've got to go to bed soon. I've got work in the morning. So we'll get this put out
Yeah, get
real
going.
quick. Yeah. There's going to be an absolute smash and grab this bit, boys and girls. I'm saying girls just because I don't want to be, sexist. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of a smash and grab, this one. Not really topic about the model. Has Dev said anything about fixing the AI's race strategy regarding changing weather? So you mean...
No.
No, I don't think they have said anything at all yet, have
They have said very little about it. We just hope that they are making the part suppliers work for modding, so we can add logos for the part suppliers we brought in, because we made more choices for engines, for brakes or ECUs and stuff like that. Especially in F1. You can make old engines that were used in the last years again in fire, like Toyota, Porsche. I still don't know how English people pronounce Porsche.
I think they've started pronouncing it as Porsche. But
Porsche.
For a very, very long time, we were calling it Porsche.
Yeah, okay, let's stay with Porsche. Porsche, Lamborghini, Toyota, famous Cosworth engines.
Cosworth. Wow.
But when you're managing a work stream like Ferrari, Renault or Mercedes, you have one choice for an engine. Because that's the rules for a work stream.
Oh yeah. Certainly make life a bit more interesting, shall I say. Maybe make it a bit more challenging too. Right, let's bring these guys back in again. Have a look at their setups. Apparently, at the minute, they're doing rather well. Yeah, they're doing pretty damn well, considering. I mean, obviously, I know it's only practice, but we're out here on mediums, and we're doing all right.
Yeah, wow. I think the first 3 teams, or first 2 teams, to be fair, are really on one level. It's Grassa and the Callaway competition. And the land already has some problems that need to be solved when you manage them. So yeah, every team has a little or a bigger challenge you're confronted with, so it's not easy in the first place with the best team. Like if you have Mercedes as your team, you're gonna have the problem that Hamilton will ask for a lot of money for a long contract time, and you're gonna have the problem that Bottas may be fighting with Hamilton like Rosberg did in last year.
Right. See, I knew there was arguments with like Hamilton and that, but yeah, there's always going to be arguments, isn't there? It's going to be a clash of egos. It's like in football, you're going to have a clash of egos, and you're always going to get that sort of thing happening. Right, where is Bortolotti anyway? Why haven't you come in yet, mate? There we go. So you need to get his speed balance right. Martin said he can now make a Ford team and use the Cosworth engine. That's perfect for him. Yeah, lovely. You know what? I've actually seen the Cosworth rally car, the Ford Escort Cosworth, and I've seen the Sierra Cosworth they had as well. They had it. They've got a place in the UK called the Haynes Motor Museum, and it's got like quite famous cars from around the world. And I think they've got the car that Bonnie and Clyde were shot in there, if I remember rightly. And they've got the Jaguar Le Mans car, and yeah, there's loads of stuff there, and they're pretty amazing. Nicholas Larson, okay mate, have a good night, have fun. I'm going to be going to bed relatively soon myself, to be honest. And the Sierra Cosworth, yeah, that was a pretty amazing car. I say, if you ever find yourself down in the West Country of England and you know where the Haynes Motorsport or the Haynes Motor Museum is, it's definitely worth a look if you're really into your cars. Haynes being the guys who make the manuals for like cars and that.
Okay.
I don't know if you have that in Germany at all, but there's a company that makes real in-depth manuals for pretty much all of the cars.
Okay, cool.
So if you've got like a 1960 whatever,
oh yeah, no, a 1916 whatever, great car.
Yeah, really helpful. They're workhorses, they really are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm saying if you've got a really old car and you don't have the manual anymore, they will have a hardback copy of that manual somewhere.
Oh wow.
And they'll just reproduce it. It's like, I mean, I had at one point I was looking at refurbishing an old Volkswagen Beetle, and I bought a big sort of like, they done a book, and it's like how to refurbish and build a Volkswagen Beetle, and it was really in depth and really
awesome.
It was an amazing book. But have I ever been to Santa Pod? No, I haven't. You used to race there a bit. Wow, that's pretty good. Have they said what time of day DLC is to be released? I don't
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yes, it's tomorrow, but depending on where you're from, it changes the time of day, really.
No, I can't give you the time. It's 19 hours, 56 minutes, and 0 seconds.
So if you're in the UK, you're looking at around about 7 o'clock in the evening.
And if you're in Australia, you have to look it up by yourself.
Flip though, the only time you went to Santa Pod, someone burned out so much you couldn't see the drag race. really laying down some rubber. Still no Susie Perry here, mate. Oh, I don't know. Have you taken her out of the game? Because I'm going to be disappointed if you have.
No, I didn't. I missed putting in the interview the media logos, but I kept Susie Perry in there. Maybe she's just not interested joining races you're managing. Amazing. I don't know what happens since last night.
Yeah, well, we had a chat, and I might have got drunk and said a few things, and I think she got upset, to be honest. Let's get these guys out, shall we? Get this practice out. Like I say, I do apologise, guys. I'm probably going to rush this a little bit here at this point because my eyes are very sort of like close to just closing.
Yeah, it's qualifying. If we can rush through qualifying and then have a run through the field in the race and then rush through the rest and yeah, call an end to this preview.
Yeah,
it's just a preview. It's not a career.
Exactly. That's all it is. That's all it is. Obviously, at some point, I will do a career on the channel. I am still playing through the ice mod at the minute, so I will probably look at finishing that first. I might do a fire mod concurrently, sort of alongside it.
Yeah, you should.
I might have to ask Chris. Yeah, I might have to ask Chris to help me out with finding a custom logo I want to, if I'm going to put a creator team in there, I'm going to create a logo for it. So I might have to ask you to help me out with finding the files that I need to put it sort of.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's possible.
She's here. She's here. Susie Perry's here. Lovely.
Yeah, finally.
She's here twice.
And he's awake again.
I am. Everything about me is awake and stood to attention.
Susie Perry and his sister are back. Oh god. Good lord, why?
She is. I tell you, mate. Seriously, you saw the picture last night. For a 47-year-old, she rocks it, mate. She does. She is pretty damn tasty. So, the medium tyres, race trim, the car setups are at 97%. I'm not going to mess around too much. 33 laps. Go. We'll take mediums 10 to 12, just because we can. 11 to 13 for this driver. We'll go push and high, and we'll start the race and we'll make our way through. My wife's just texted me saying, I might be in bed, but I can still hear you, you perv. Right, let's get in on this. We've got Goon on at the start here, so let's have a look at his car first. And it is a pretty nice looking car, to be fair. Gilvitz, De Filippi. I'm not going to pronounce that name again. I'm going to say that's Fry or Frey.
Fry, yeah. She's the only woman in the racing scene in this mod, I guess.
And I can't really tell from that picture, but she doesn't look too bad. We've got Bath here, and his car looks pretty damn good. Who's that next to him? Van der Linde. That is a nice looking car, that.
Van der Linde, which car is it? It's the black Audi?
It's a black Audi with a little bit of red
highlighting. Yeah.
That's a nice looking car. We've then got De Filippi in the land speed or land Audi here. Again, a very, very nice looking car. We're starting to get a bit of a group back here now. We've got like a what you would call, well, it's now sort of closed up a little bit, but what you would call in cycling the peloton kind of broke away there, and it's kind of like they've gone into two groups.
Yeah, the GT races will most likely end up in a lot of groups, or in a first group, a big second group, and two last groups. That's awesome, I think, because the first cars will push each other to the limit and drive away, and the rest is stuck in the midfield and can't get through. So you really have to watch out for Bortolotti, because he's sinking in this midfield very deep now, and he might never get out of it.
Ah, he'll get there eventually.
Because he has a fast car, but he might be useless being stuck in the midfield.
Yeah. Well, in Action, I can't remember the fucking name now.
The Swiss guy.
Yeah. Well, we've got a crash here, and it is Bath. The Swiss guy here, he's sitting in third. I mean, he's 10.2 seconds behind Gunon in first place, but he is using mediums, so he's not doing too bad. He's got 7 seconds ahead of Fry, who is using softs. So he's having a fairly decent race, to be fair.
Oh yeah, the two, what is it, Chevrolets can really pull away with these soft tires. You should probably pit, huh? Go for softs and chase them.
We could do. I might just go for the softs on the next actual pit, if that makes sense. I'm not going to pit them for no good reason. It might be the wrong thing to do, but with the safety car out, we're going to be right there.
Yeah, but you need to push a lot with medium tires to get a chance, because you really need to catch people in the first phase or before the first pit stops, because otherwise they might be gone. So it's very critical, because the balancing is so tight that getting stuck or getting too much away from the car in front of you might ruin your race.
Yeah.
So it's different to vanilla because the cars are much closer to each other, and each car will perform different on each track in the calendar.
Well, fortunately for us, this safety car does give us a good chance to look at all of these cars in order. And just check them all out. That Lindholm car looks amazing. Siedler, Napelli.
Yeah, I like these purple Lambos.
The Liveries car doesn't look too bad either, to be fair.
Yeah, the Ludwig car, 16.
Yeah, down to 16th. Let's have a look at Baf's car. Let's have a look at Baf's. It's fucked. It's gone. It's dead. It's nothing. Right. He crashed, so let's get this sped up again. Safety car's heading to the garage, so let's get a little bit attacking. Try to keep up with this main group. Maybe see if we can get Bortolotti to push on as well. Saying that, Frey has just come around us now.
Wow.
But we're back up in the third, so it's not too bad. Martin saying, I think this message has been there for a little while now. Martin is saying 8 o'clock here, then I will keep dreaming about AI fixes for 19 more hours.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're up to.
I think it's their first real game coming out, so considering that, I mean, there's always going to be the odd issue, but it does seem like, for what is a first game, it is a fantastic first game.
Yeah, they changed so much in the last patches, and I'm really looking forward to this one because the version number is like, I think we have like 16 or 17 now, and what we get is 20 or 21. So that could mean there are some major fixes or major improvements overall. And the fact that they haven't told us anything
Yeah.
is, yeah. I'm afraid and happy at the same time.
Yeah, they have kept their cards close to their chest for this, haven't they? They've not really given much away at all. If we go like this and push. There's a mistake on the tyres here. That isn't good. That's taken a long time to fix. That is a lot of positions dropped that we did not want to drop.
Oh, that's critical. Even Bortolotti got past in Eichen. Oh yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah. Right, let's slow this back down again. We'll get to Bortolotti's up into 7th at this point. Eichen is into 10th. They're worried about the tyre wear, and to be fair, I am too. 29%, 28%, just about to come around this corner here. Should be alright. Should be able to get him in. We'll take softs again, or should we take mediums again? 19 laps to go. I think if we take softs now and then take mediums to finish, that might be the best way around.
Yeah. I can't even tell you as a manager.
I'm tired at this point. I'm not really taking much notice.
I'm just observing. I've played so much Motorsport Manager the last days.
Yeah.
I tested it. I've not played it. I've tested it. That's a difference.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, obviously, with what is such a large mod, you're going to have to test it quite a lot, aren't you? So, can Eichen try to catch up here and get on the tail of Frey? Try to reserve these tyres a little bit.
Yeah, it should be possible because because of the tight balancing, the engine and attack on tires has a much bigger effect than before.
7 to 9 out of those we'll get.
And another mistake on the tires again.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with this pit team. They're not doing too great, are they?
Maybe this team has a problem with the stuff. I don't know.
We'll have to have a look. Well, we didn't actually check out the staff, did we? So we don't know if they're good or shit.
So, best advice if you start a new game: look at everything. Take the first season as a orientation for your career and get the mod and get to know the mod, and otherwise you might do the wrong decisions on HQ expands or on building a new car. So yeah, the cars are much more cost intense than before. Not in GT, but in Formula 1, for example. I got promoted from... I started a test career in F3 and got promoted to F2, and I was 1 or 2 million short of getting that car. The most basic car, and I was in debt already in this first season in F2.
Fucking hell. That is pretty insane. I mean, to be fair, I found that in the Ice mod though, when we got promoted from Formula E to the IndyCar series. I was like, yeah, we've got money here, and didn't have enough. Really did not have enough.
Yeah, in this mod it's even harder, because when you win the F3 series, you get like, yay, I'm gonna get some prize money, and yeah, then the prize money is presented and you like, what? This season for this? Alright.
Yeah, is that it?
Better get some sponsors.
Yeah.
Because no S3 team can live from prize money. I don't even know if there is any prize money in S3.
Oh, what, in real life? Oh,
yeah.
No, I don't know about that one.
So yeah, sponsors are much more important than before. And you can't grind money in F2 as you could in the IndyCar series on ice.
Let's try to get these pumped around a little bit quicker. We're going to have to get some people coming in soon. And it's almost, well, it's gone my bedtime at this point. I'm spending an evening driving, and I've got a whole day of driving tomorrow.
But please not that fast this time. Hang on, people, we're going to super speed mode.
Yeah, pretty much. It depends. I mean, I don't actually know. I'll have a quick look. So I can tell. Well, not that you guys will know what my routes are anyway, but I'll give you a one. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm gonna have to speed. I've already seen what I've got. It's like, yeah, without a doubt, I'm gonna have to speed. But it's fine. It's fine. It's just part of the job at times. So we've got the final lap now. Let's just give it everything. Although we will run out of fuel for innovation if I'm not lucky. If I'm not careful. He's back to normal. Let's just push it, shall we? There we go. Let's just attack, overtake. There we go. Just get him round. So it's a really shit start for us, 14th and 15th.
Yeah, it's a no focus race, so yeah, whatever.
We're just like, yeah, whatever. I'm more interested.
We're just showing how you can get 14s and 15s with a really good car.
Yeah, without putting any effort into it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Hi, Greg. You've kindly caught us near the end of the stream, really. But thank you very much for sticking your nose in. And how's it going? All right. We're not doing very well with the actual racing, but the showcasing of the mod seems to be doing. We're doing all right, yeah. There's some pretty interesting models, shall we say? Oh, look at that Grasser Racing Team in 9th place. Oh wow, punching above their weight. Right.
At least not tense.
Oh fucking hell, my legs are killing me now.
Mirko Bortolotti wrote on Saturday that he's hoping for more tomorrow, so no. Denied.
Yeah, he didn't quite get what he was after. Our expected result was 3rd. We came 9th, so he's going to be happy with that, right?
maybe you get your. Maybe you can pack your things and go.
Yeah. There's a box. We're putting you in it, and we're shipping you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, anything we should look at before we end the stream?
Um, Nothing particular from my side. We can show the F2 and F3 cars in the menu, maybe if you like, or the F1 cars, because we have seen them in a very small window yesterday.
Yeah, we'll have a quick look
Yeah,
at
so we can just quick click through all the open wheeler teams. So the stream is not only about GT and DTM.
We can go into that. Flip though, you've got to love it when your CYOT team target is last. Oh yeah. When your target is last, but your driver thinks it was a shit result getting 18th. Yeah, it does make you laugh sometimes. We choose a team, and because we looked at F1, let's go straight into F2. So we're here with MP Motorsport. That's a pretty little, nice little car. That is a rather nice little bit of livery. Simple, but it's lovely.
Yeah, we're gonna add some helmets to the guys in the F2 cars because the helmets will adapt to the livery colors this time. So you can actually paint your helmets while you paint your livery of the car.
As you can see, quite rather clearly there, going from ART to racing engineering, that well, and again from going to Arden, that the helmet did change colour.
Yeah, but there will be a design for the helmet as well, just as in F1. In F1 we use the real helmet designs of the drivers, and in F2 we going to take some self-made designs.
That Rapax one, wow, I really like that. It's simple, but it is Italian, and most of them are pretty simple. I'm just offended an entire nation there. And that Genza one, wow, that is a lovely colour combo. That red highlights.
Yeah, that's actually in GP3 car. We brought that into into Formula 2 because we deleted the Prema power team from F2. So the current leader of the F2 in real life, Leclerc, will drive for MP Motorsport and not for Prema, because Prema is in the F3 category. So we don't want to have the same team twice. So the Prema team in the F3 series is Mick Schumacher and Maxi Günther driving.
We're looking at the F3 now. That was F2 to begin with there. Bibo, Coco. And now we're looking at the F3. And some of these models are pretty immense. Yeah, the Prima one is just there. Right at the start. The real bright red. Moto Park, just black. Just black.
Not just black.
Okay.
It has this thing on the nose.
Okay, it's got a little bit there, but...
But the Toda Racing was the absolutely favorite of Falco, the designer of the liveries.
Well, just red.
It took several weeks just for this skin
Really?
to find the right red. No, I'm kidding.
It looks like it took forever, mate, honestly. The VAR, that's a rather nice looking skin. We've got Artline there, and we've got Muka, who have also got a GT team here, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, they have both.
MNT
They have
for...
both an F3 car and a DTM or GT car, yeah.
So there we have it. If we go to the F1 real quick for anyone who hasn't seen it, we can have a look at the F1 cars available here. And then once we've done this, I am going to go straight to bed. So we'll have a look at these cars here. The Williams car looks really nice, have to be said.
Yeah, and this time we have the right helmets of the pilots in there.
Mm.
So whenever you change the livery color, the helmet will change too.
The McLaren one, that's rather nice actually, the McLaren one, even though I don't like orange.
Yeah, always change it back to red and white.
So, who was it that likes Renault again? Is it Falco that decided that these were basically going to be the Renault cars all through? I can't remember now. You said something about it because of the model. You picked a model, and it was the Renault model, wasn't it?
Yeah, the author of the F1 car picked the Renault F1 as a base for us because he's French, and so he chose Renault.
I'm assuming it's the fin on the back that gives it away that it's Renault, yes?
Yeah, there's a still on the back, and that there's no hanger for your jacket, and the nose as well. The nose are very different in real life, but here we have one model because if we make 10 models and the liveries fit to all the 10 models, then fire will never happen. Well, not in the next 4 or 5 years, and then the models are outdated. So yeah, we have to make the models from 2022, and we don't have them.
To be fair, I think my favourite out of all of these is probably the Toro Rosso paint. I really like it. But never mind. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it there. German's saying thank you guys for streaming. Thank you very much, German, for watching. Big thank you for Chris for picking me to showcase this, to be fair to him.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And hopefully we'll see you all again soon. I'm going to try and get a review video out at some point so you guys can have a look at sort of like this, but kind of more condensed maybe. So it's not as sort of stretched out. But I'll sort of sign it out. Mostly, if you can, say thank you to Chris in the chat. Thank you again, mate. Thank you for joining us again. Second night on the trot. And when is it supposed to be released again?
Tuesday.
There we are. And so hopefully we'll have 5.5 million downloads on Steam by Tuesday.
At least.
Yeah,
at least.
I'd say. Thank you very much, Flipto. Thank you very much. Yes. I will see you guys when I see you. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.